Have you seen this beautiful mane I own? Hello all, my name is Patrick and welcome to Fun with First Names, where each week we look into the meaning, origin and some extra fun facts behind one specific first name. And this week we're looking into the first name of Calvin. Now, Calvin is definitely just a boy's name. I haven't really seen any evidence of it being applied to girls. And in regards to spelling variations, there really aren't that many. There's only one spelling variation I came across, and that's just Calvin with a K instead of a C. Now, this is a name of Latin origins, and it comes from their name Calvinius, which means, of all things, bald one. Now, I definitely couldn't have this name. I mean, have you seen this hair? Have you seen this beautiful mane I own? Like, this name definitely isn't one for me. Though, of course, this doesn't mean that every Calvin is bald. And if you are a bald Calvin, please do let me know you are really living up to your name. In ancient Rome, this would have been something called a cognomen, which was something of an ancient Roman nickname / honorific title that people got. And it would have become more their solidified actual name, and their ancestors would have carried on that name. They're really interesting ideas, and a great example is with Cicero. Now, Cicero was born Marcus Tullius, and he was a Roman politician and writer. And he got the cognomen of Cicero because on his nose he had like a weird little indent type thing that reminded people of an indent of a chickpea, which is really odd, I know, but in Latin chickpea is Cicero. So he got the cognomen of Cicero, which got applied to the end of his name, becoming Marcus Tullius Cicero. And over the years that name got passed on through his family. His son even had the surname Cicero too, and it just carried on, and that's the name he's more known as today. This Roman cognomen became the French surname Cauvin, and this name became very popular with Frenchman Jean Cauvin. He was a 16th century theologian and a key figure in the reformations of Christianity and Protestantism. His ideas seriously shaped not only modern Christianity but the world as a whole as it is today. Though the really annoying thing is that most pictures of this guy show him wearing a hat, so we aren't really sure if he was bald at all. But I did hear one theory that due to his history as a reformer, he showed the church without a head, as if the church was bald itself, so he did somewhat live up to his name. Though in all honesty, I kind of think that's clutching at straws a little bit and a bit too silly and out there. His name was anglicised into John Calvin, and even his ideas to this day are still known as Calvinism. And from here, Calvin became a popular English surname, and then it became a popular English first name as it is today. And Calvin has remained a pretty popular first name, though it's definitely far more popular in the US than it is in the UK. In the US, it was the 143rd most popular first name. However, here in the UK, it was only the 534th most popular. So yeah, definitely more popular in the US than over here. And the two main nicknames for Calvin can be created by simply splitting the name in half. Cal is a popular nickname of Calvin, and just Vin is a popular nickname of Calvin. And also Vin can be diminutive into Vinny, so Vinny is also seen as a nickname of Calvin too, which I thought was interesting. Famous Calvins of course include Calvin Coolidge, a former president of the USA, so yeah, doesn't get much higher than that really. But of course there's also Calvin Klein, a famous underwear man. I think that's what he does. I think he makes smells as well. He invented pants and smells, yeah. Calvin Harris came to mind for me as well. He's a English DJ and songwriter. If you became 18 and were out clubbing in the early 2010s, he is basically the soundtrack of your clubbing life, trust me. And of course there's Calvin from Calvin and Hobbes. I don't really read Calvin and Hobbes, I don't really know much about it, but I know it's very popular, especially on the internet. Once again in the early 2010s, man, this name had a real peak in the early 2010s. Simpler times, simpler times. And in regards to wrestlers called Calvin, I found one by the name of Calvin Tankman. Now, I hadn't actually really heard of this guy, but going from his name, he looks like an absolute tank. I want to see more of this guy in action. But anyway, that's just about everything you guys need to know about the first name Calvin. But what are your thoughts on this name? Do you like it? Do you dislike it? Do you know anyone with the name Calvin? Are you called Calvin yourself? Let me know down below. And next week we'll be looking into a first name starting with the letter D, and what name that would be exactly will be chosen in a poll for my patrons exclusively to vote on. Oh boy, let me tell you, these polls are really insane. For this poll, it was between the names of Calvin, Christopher and Connor, and at one point each of those names were in the lead. It was like so exhilarating to see who will become the chosen first name. I know theme parks aren't really open at the moment, but trust me, this is the only roller coaster you need right now. So if you do enjoy the channel, want to support the show and have a say in what names get explained, then please do consider donating just $1 a month on Patreon. It really does help out in a huge way. Name Explain is primarily funded through Patreon, so just having you guys backing me is just immeasurably helpful. Seriously, and thank you to everyone who does donate on Patreon. Anyway, that's enough of myself. Thank you so much for watching this video. Goodbye, and until next time, take care.